All right. Shalom. Let's get right to it. It's too long. Just want to get right into the points of the video. Let me see if I can find my. All right. See how we're doing here. The thing comes slow. All right. Give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shema Shah. Double honor to the apostle brother Elder Bay Millstone. So I want to pray for the light. Shalom. Let's get right to this lesson. Title was
What's up, Minnesota?
We're Sunday. We get it. Growing healthy green grass can be a challenge, especially when
the whereabouts of Russia. Here we have some interesting things happening as the Russian defense minister has warned that it's almost each and every NATO country that has deployed their military capabilities against Russia. Russia right now is definitely saying that they are in a war with all of NATO. They're warning that as this war continues to materialize, you will see the rest of the world brought up into it, and you will see China take Taiwan. It's being reported that the Chinese People's Liberation Army has closely tracked and monitored U.S. Navy P-8A Poseidon Maritime Patrol and Reconnaissance aircraft that was flying over the Taiwan Strait. A spokesperson that stands with the PLA Eastern Theater Command warned that while they alerted that the Theater Command's troops remain on high alert and readiness to engage in warfare to resolutely, they say, safeguard national security, sovereignty, and regional peace and stability, it is the Americans, according to Chinese military analysts, that need to stay far away from the Asian Pacific. They are warning right now that if America does not alter its course, you will see the largest war that our world has ever seen. I, for one, believe them, and I think that you should too. We need to understand the consequences of what's going to happen next. The United States of America is facing an economic war. This war is being brought on by China together with Middle Eastern countries. Look at what happened yesterday, with the Iraqi currency. They banned the use of the United States dollar for certain forms of tender. We have multiple Middle Eastern countries now working in cooperation, collusion, some would say, with Russia and with China in a fight against the United States dollar. The only choice, if we look back at history, far past when the United States of America was first formed, every empire, when they are facing economic destitution, goes to war. It has always happened this way, and it always will. There will only be one outcome, a winner or a loser. Now, China is getting ready right now to make sure that the United States of America is not the winning side in World War III. Russia is doing their best to soak all of the American weapons in Ukraine. They're pulling in weapons from NATO. Every NATO country, they are pulling in weapons from the United States of America. And in the USA right now, we are running wartime defense measures to contract independent and private corporations to build weapons and build ammunition 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in U.S. states like Pennsylvania. These forms of weapons and ammunition are being sent immediately to Ukraine. We will not have the firepower to back up what we have got ourselves into. The Russian defense minister has said that Russia is increasing its combat readiness of multiple bases around the world, including bases in Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan. This is amid, they warn, United States of American attempts to restore military presence in Central Asia. They say that they have to get ready, and I suggest that you do as well. As soon as we see open kinetic warfare between the USA and Russia, or between the USA and China, you're going to have a complete ceasing of goods delivered to your stores. you had better have your food, a form of electricity that you can recharge your communications units. That's your everything down to your cell phone, your $15 shortwave radio, all the way up to your ham and booster set. You need to have all these things right now. Fold out, solar panels, a small battery backup. They call them solar generators, but what they really are is a solar panel connected to a battery, and that battery has an inverter with it. That inverter allows you to exchange the DC to AC, and you're able to charge your cell phone, charge your units, maybe your CPAP machine, recharge grandma's oxygen generator. Use this to keep your TV running, keep your freezer cold. You can do these things, and you can make these purchases right now, because if you think the lithium batteries that are being sold to the American people are being made in America right now, very, very small amounts. And as soon as this balloon goes up, as soon as the rest of the world sees the balloon rise above the trees, that we are in a deep 10-year war with China, everybody is going to buy up everything on the marketplace that they have access to. You have to remember that you and me, we are the bottom 5%, no matter what demographic or bracket that you're in. Whether that is a millionaire, you could be a millionaire watching this video and you have nothing compared to the top 95%. And it is those people who will be making those moves immediately when the balloon goes up. So you have to be ready, and you have to make some pre-purchasing, maybe some sacrificial decisions right now. We're seeing open source intelligence operatives warning that there is more to this story than we are being told. An intruder entered the National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan's home. The Secret Service is reported to be oblivious to this happening. This incident occurred last month when the intruder entered Sullivan's home, taking advantage of what is being reported as an unlocked door, early into the morning, 3 a.m. All we are being told right now is that the Secret Service is actively looking into whether this entry was intentional or purely accidental. Despite the fact that Sullivan has around-the-clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week security, the agents that were stationed outside of the residence are reported to be unaware of the man's presence until he had already left the residence. It was Sullivan who brought this information to the agents about what happened. Now, in response to this, the U.S. Secret Service, they released...
All right, let's get right to these scriptures. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 17. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the words of my mouth and give them warning from me. Right? Give them warning from me. Right, it said. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17 says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the words of my mouth and give them warning from me. So we are getting warnings. And what this say? No, let's keep going. Let's go to Ezekiel 33, verse 1. Let's go to Ezekiel 33, verse 1. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me. Say, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of thy coast and set him for thy watchman, when he sees the sword come upon the land, and blow the trumpet and warn the peoples, right? And warn the peoples, that whosoever hear the sound of the trumpet and take not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood would require, no, his blood be upon his own head, right? His blood would be upon his own head. Ezekiel 33, verse 4. To whosoever hear the sound of the trumpet and take not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood should be upon his own head. And he hear the sound of the trumpet and take not warning, his blood should be upon him. But he that take warning should deliver his soul, right? He that take warning should deliver his soul. Right. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 2. Also, thou son of man, thou said the Lord power unto the land of Israel. The end is coming upon the four corners of the land. Verse 3, now the end come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and I will recompense upon thee, recompense upon thee all thy abomination. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 5. Thou said the Lord power and evil, and only behold, evil is coming. Verse 6, the end is coming, the end is coming. Watch for thee, behold, it is coming, right? It is coming. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 14. They had blown the trumpet even to make all ready, but none go to the battle. For my wrath is upon all the multitudes thereof. Right, so we have blown the trumpet. We have blown the trumpet. Ezekiel 7, verse 25. Destruction is coming. There shall see peace, and there shall be none. Right, destruction is coming, and there shall see peace, and there shall be none. Let's go to Matthew 10, verse 34. Matthew 10, verse 34, it said, think not that I come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword, right? But a sword. We got again Matthew 10, verse 34. It says, think not that I come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. Like, but a sword. What else I got? Let's go to Matthew 16, verse 3. Matthew 16, verse 3. In the morning it will be far weather today, for the sky is red. And Lord, you hypocrite, you can discern the face of the sky, but could you not discern the signs of the time? Right? Can you not discern the signs of the time? You could discern the face of the sky, but can you not discern the signs of the time? Luke chapter 12, verse 56. You hypocrite, you could discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is that you do not discern this time? Right? How not you do not discern this time? This time. How you not discern this time? Luke 12, verse 51. Suppose you that I come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but rather division, right? Rather division. Rather division. Matthew chapter 11, verse 22. Is that got that right? Oh, I forgot the name of the scripture. What was it? 16, 13. Yeah. Matthew chapter 11, verse 16. Verse 15, he that have ear to hear, let him hear. But when I shall like this generation, it is like unto the children that sat in the market and call unto their fellow, and say, We have piped unto you, you have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and you have not lament. Right? You have not lament. Matthew chapter 6, Matthew chapter 11, verse 17. We have said, We have piped unto you, you have not danced. We have mourned unto you, you have not lament. Let me get some of that. Right, what else? Sure, I don't remember. What? Okay, Romans 13, verse 11. It said, And they had known the time that now is high time to wake out of sleep. For now is our salvation near that we believe. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast the work of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Right? Let us put on the armor of light. That's right. It's a high time to wake out of sleep. With 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 4, it said, This known also in the last day, perilous times shall come. Right? Perilous times shall come. For man should be loving of their own self, covenant, boasted, proud, blaspheming, disobedient to parents, and unthankful, and unholiness. Right? 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1, This known also in the last day, perilous times shall come. Right? Perilous times shall come. Let me see, what 6 minutes?
It's their own form of a statement. They acknowledged a security breach. This is their quote. While the protectee was unharmed, we are taking this matter seriously and have opened a comprehensive mission assurance investigation to review all facets of what occurred. Now, what we're seeing in open source intelligence right now is that this is kind of what you'd expect from some sort of operation from Russia, China, or another country that has operatives inside the USA. I don't know if that's the case. That's just the speculation that we're seeing in open source intelligence, that there's so much being left out of what's being told to the American people about this right now that you could expect, given what we're seeing and given the story that I have to give you next, you could expect Russia, China, any one of these enemy actors to be sending in their operatives to make a face-to-face contact with somebody in the United States of America that can either gain information from, or they can deliver information to. Now, I know you want to know about what story I was talking about, so right here we are being shown information suggesting and being proven by the CSA that the CIA, that the U.S. CIA is working to recruit Russian spies through channels on Telegram and other social media outlets by reaching out to Russian nationals during the initiation of what is being called.
So you see, as you see it say, Russia warned the U.S. about what happened next. No time left, right? No time left. No time left. Let's go on to close the scripture. 1 Peter 4, verse 7. No time left. It said, For this cause was the gospel preaching also to them that are dead, that they may be judged according to the man in the flesh, but live according to the Most High in the Spirit. But the end of all things is at hand. Be you therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Right? Watch unto prayer. Watch unto prayer. 1 Peter 4, verse 7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be you therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Right? Watch unto prayer. So, I think that should it. No, go to Revelation chapter 1, verse 3. Revelation chapter 1, verse 3 said, blessed he that read it and hear. Hold on. Blessed he that read it and that hear the word of this prophecy and keep those things which are written therein. For the time is at hand, right? For the time is at hand. Revelation chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed he that read it and to hear the word of this prophecy and keep those things which are written therein. For the time is at hand, right? For the time is at hand. So that should be it. So, hey, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. By Shema Rashad, double honor to the apostle, brother, Elder Great Millstone. Shalom to the host of the day. Shalom. Time is at hand. We'll say open topic. Give the warning for me. Yeah.